familiar here, you're concerned Tom's River, Seaside Heights residents. That's where you watch the show. That's why I do it. Brew my own coffee. Got a coffee pot here, Black & Decker coffee pot in the Ready to Roll studios. It's like $1.50. Last thing a guy like me needs is coffee. I'm a pretty hyper guy as it is. I don't need caffeine, but I'm not going to drink decaffeinated. If you have any questions about that, you can reach me at our email. You'll see it on the bottom of the screen. You can tweet me. You can go to our website. You got live stream where we archive all our shows, and live stream is free. So you download the app. You can relive all our shows, all our other programs, and there's a lot of other programming there. Yeah, the New Jersey Lottery is there. There's a lot you can do by downloading the app for live stream. We're on Twitter, wherever we need to be. We are there. Facebook, all that stuff. As I mentioned last week, I have an issue with Home Depot, and they're going to come on the 24th of January, an on-site visit. What had happened, they installed 2 central air conditioning units in a home here in Seaside Heights. My kids bought the home. And they agreed to the job in June. July, they started installing it, and from July on, there was always a problem with these central air units. It's $14,000 in central air units. There was always some weird reason this didn't work right. They blamed the Nest thermostats, but, an electrician installed them. There was always something. So from July to October, there was always an issue. On the downstairs unit, when you turn the AC on, the furnace, because, AC is tied in, central air, all that stuff, all the central heating is tied in together, and it would boil, boom, boom, boom. So you have to shut it off, start it, shut it off, start it, and eventually it would calm down. And the upstairs unit, it never got cool. The guys actually said it could take 10 to 12 hours to cool down. See, effing kidding, I got a 4,000 square foot, studio in North Bergen. We got 2 AC units in the wall there, and I think they're 14,000 BTUs each. Cools the place down almost immediately. So in October, they decided that the furnace is no good. You got to get a new furnace. Well, keep in mind, when they did the bid, they looked at I didn't even know there were 2 furnaces in the house. That's how we found out when they were inspecting. They looked at the furnaces. They tied the units into the furnace. They did a service on the furnaces, and they actually gave a 1-year free service certificate for the furnaces. And then out of blue, you need a new furnace downstairs. So I was very shocked by this. So we called another company in, 2 other companies actually, to look at it, and sure enough, we do. Now, all my problems with Home Depot is this should have been brought to the attention of the buyer. Basically, it's the problem here with Home Depot, this is unsupervised contractors. Now, there's a case of upselling, a bait and switch, whatever, incompetence, buffoonery, whatever you want to call it. But my daughters should have been made aware of this. Now, we deal with consumer issues all the time with Hudson Media and Ready to Roll. It isn't usually I'm personally involved with them, but here we are. And Home Depot is averse to media being involved. And I explained to them, if you're coming into our family's home, you're not going to dictate who is going to be in my home. My Ready to Roll crew will be there. We are going to document what happens. Home Depot was kind of bent out of shape about this. I was ignored for weeks. So I finally tracked down the CEO, and I started communicating with him. And he told the people who've been ducking me for weeks, get this settled. If we don't come to a reasonable solution to this, I'm going to do a weekly Home Depot show. But I'm going to tell you, I have high hopes for the CEO being involved. And I'm going to keep you posted on what happens on January the 24th. Because you should be able to trust Home Depot. I'm really at fault because I told my kids, trust Home Depot. And hopefully I didn't steer them wrong. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org. I'm back, Pat O'Melia, Tom's River Show, Tom's River residents, Seaside Heights residents. Why we do the show. We try to help you. One other thing I want to mention, try to live life to the fullest. Over the summer, I've been going to see a bunch of dental professionals. When I was a kid, I used to repair tractor trailers. And we were fixing trailers, and the boss bought these trailers, and I got hit in the mouth with a locking bar. I want to show you a trailer and show you a locking bar. You know, the door was sprung, they used a high-low to close it, whatever the hell it was. A big, stupid, powerful kid I was, come walking up, and I hit this locking bar handle to open the door, and this thing hit me in the mouth. And it did serious damage to all my teeth. Actually, you know the commercial cartoons where you see the stars? Those are real. I've been hit a lot in my life. That was the hardest I was ever hit. And for years, the dentist, you know, Dr. Weil, rest his soul, they would put veneers on the front of my teeth because I was still a rough and tumble guy. And they were saying, well, someday we're going to have to put these caps on. I was always concerned about grinding down my teeth with the caps and all. And so eventually, like in my mid-50s, I finally relented and we'll get the caps. And it's an investment. It's like, you know, again, about $14,000, $15,000. And Dr. Weil, rest his soul, said, you know, I'm really concerned with these teeth. There was a lot of damage to them over the years, and the veneers didn't do you any favors. You know, I think these caps may last 10, maybe 15 years, and then you got to address the teeth. No, like 10, 15 years. I'm in the mid-50s. You know, I'll be looking at headstones at that point. Lasted about 4 or 5 years. So now what are we going to do with these teeth? Do we go, you know, implants? Oh, man, implants. Each one is like $4,000, and everybody who I talk to talks about it takes months and months. So I finally went to all these specialists, from Marlowe to everybody, implant guys. So I'm going to talk to my dentist. And I'm promoting the Jersey City Police with Hudson Media. We're working on, I don't want to call it a program, but some outreach where we'll, on TV and on our streaming services, where we'll present the Jersey City Police. We want to do the same thing with Tom's River. I'm looking for Chief Little here. I'm talking to the commander in the north, Captain Santiago, and I'm saying I'm leaving. Across the street is my dentist, so I got to go over there. I got to, you know, settle on what we're going to do. And he tells me, "You're a dentist." No, he's closed. You know, everything's closed up there. He had some serious health issues, and you don't have a dentist anymore. I just seen the guy before the summer. I went and seen all these people. Live your life, people. You don't know how fast this can be taken away from you. All right, let's get to the show. But live your life. Even if there's snow on the ground outside. Route 37, Tom's River. We're here at the Ready to Roll Studios in Seaside Heights. We want to get involved with Tom's River. That's why we do the show, and businesses. I am pro-business. The more we can create business, the better it is. There's better tax base, there's jobs created, cuts down crime, all this stuff. So the last few weeks, I've been going around Route 37, talking to the business people, communicating with them, finding what their feelings are on Route 37. Route 37 is an economic engine. It is the entrance to Seaside Heights, the magnet for Route 37. The more we can promote Seaside Heights, the better it is for Route 37 and Tom's River. So I went and got a haircut in Tom's River. Various Italian restaurants. Really aren't any restaurants on 37. You know, outside of Wolfie's, the Crystal Diner, and I think the Bandbox. But there's a lot of restaurants available. Some turn into canine salons. Yeah, it's a shame because the more you get down 37 east to Seaside Heights, the more you see a lot of vacancies. You know, I went to the Chinese food. I like to eat. I went to the Chinese food places, which is odd. You get Chinese food here in Tom's River. You know, you don't get any free soda. In Jersey City, you spend $10, you get a free can of soda. You spend like $17, you get 2 cans of free soda. You know, and so on. If you spend $30, you get like 4 cans of soda. You don't get no freebies here in Tom's River. No matter what Chinese place you go to, there's no free soda. Sub shops, we've been there. We bought some blinds for the kids' house, and some curtains in this place. I went to Staples for office supplies here. Auto repair shops. I went to auto stores down here. You name it, I was there. Used car lots, auto repair centers. I tried to stop everywhere to find out what is the problem on Route 37. And each stop, I asked that question. In the past, what's changed now, and here are some of the reasons we got. Number one, Sandy. There are less people coming to Seaside Heights because a lot of people still think, we haven't recovered from Sandy yet. And the fire, we're recovered. The boardwalk is open, it's extended. It's probably better than before, especially with the Casino Pier. Seaside, we got to get that message out. The more people we get to Seaside Heights, the better off. We got to get back to 4 or 5 million people a year. When it was 4 or 5 million people coming to Seaside Heights a year, there were no vacancies on Route 37. For that matter, when we rented this studio 3+ years ago, every place I looked at is still vacant, whether in Seaside Heights or Toms River. So there's a problem as you get closer and closer. One of the other problems, I said, the Route 166 construction and bad road on 37. And it's legitimate. 166 has gone on forever, and they just recently paved Route 37, but yet now there are potholes. Sinkholes and potholes are propping up. Shopping at home, yeah, listen, it's the Amazon effect. Everything, people want everything now and they want it delivered. So that's a brick and mortar issue. The Ocean County Mall is having their problems. One other thing that popped up, police enforcement. Everybody wants police safety. People just don't want to be preyed upon. And some of the businesses were saying, people come to my store, they got to worry about getting out of Toms River or Seaside Heights. So I'm going to talk to Boyd and Chief Boyd here in Seaside Heights, and find out if there's any validity to that. But like I said, the closer you get to Seaside Heights on Route 37, the more the vacancies pop up. We need to promote Route 37. And there's things we need to do to get this done. And everybody, Seaside Heights and Toms River has got to be pulling on the same end of the rope. Seaside Heights the magnet. We need to promote that. We got to start recreating Route 37 so that it's an economic engine. The second thing is we got to start promoting the businesses on Route 37. We got to start highlighting, and I will do that. I'll start highlighting particular businesses on Route 37. And we got to start working with the BID. One of the other things they brought up is everything the BID, Toms River, does is all about downtown. It's very little about Route 37. So these are the things I'm going to focus on, hopefully. Cuts down the tax base, creates jobs, more money, less crime, blah, 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 blah. Everything works when everybody's working. We're going to break. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Pan & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpencilproperties.com. Pan & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Toms River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're concerned Toms River residents and Seaside Heights residents. You're just concerned. That's why you watch the show. That's why I do the show here. Senate President Steve Sweeney. I'm an admirer of his. I like Steve. Guy worked his way up. Iron worker, welder, to he started a freeholder, then the state senate. One of the most respected politicians in New Jersey. He just did a piece that was in the Asbury Park Press, and did a little sit-down with the editors from the Asbury Park Press about getting New Jersey's house in order. We're still running New Jersey like it was the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s. It's a whole new world. There's an internet out there. There's a whole new economy to the world. There's a global economy. We can't act like we're still in the 30s and 40s, and really that's how we run New Jersey. There has to be change, and I've talked about consolidation and shared services. Even if you're not going to consolidate municipalities, at least shared services. And I think that is a big bonus for Toms River. Toms River is the big kahuna in Ocean County. They should be sharing services with Ocean County, the County of Ocean, the state of New Jersey, the various municipalities. You know, there's a road paving project. Tom's River should be handling that. They should be handling it with their own personnel. And again, Jersey City guy, like most of the people from Tom's River, don't have to go too far to find Jersey City connection to Tom's River. I argue with Mayor Fulop that we should be doing more and more on our own. And Mayor Fulop is starting to buy into that idea now. He's looking at taking over his own garbage pickup. You know, and Mayor's looking into various things. Suez, I should go into that. We just had an issue with Suez I got involved with, the old United Water. He's, instead of going on with another 10-year contract, I think Mayor Fulop is going to go with a short contract as he reviews taking back the Jersey City Water Department, doing more on their own, because Jersey City, as is with Tom's River, Jersey City's the big kahuna in Hudson County. They can deal with the county, they can deal with the state, and the more we do in-house, the less we need to dig into your pocket. So Sweeney's talking about, looking at the benefit packages for state workers, county workers, municipal workers, the pensions, various ways to cut expenses in the state. Now, one of the things Governor Murphy's doing is pumping money into New Jersey Transit. For that matter, they're changing the management of New Jersey Transit. They're changing the board. They haven't fired anybody at New Jersey Transit. And I'm not sure you should. I think a lot of New Jersey Transit's problems was brought on by government. I know, again, going back to Jersey City, municipal government asked New Jersey Transit to do a lot of things. County government did. But, we'll cover that as I go in here. New Jersey Transit, the state is talking about, and they're expanding the board. They're going to have more oversight over New Jersey Transit. Yeah, and they're talking with oversight and funding talk in Trenton for New Jersey Transit. They're increasing the board from 8 members to 15, and they're going to add 2 people, a train rider and a bus rider, 2 people from the transportation associations in North and South Jersey. Senator, President, and the Assembly Speaker will each get a pick. Somebody from the train union and the bus unions will get somebody on the board, and they're increasing the board. That's not what's needed with New Jersey Transit. It isn't more oversight. What actually is, we need less government in New Jersey Transit. New Jersey Transit's problems is not going to be solved by more government. There's a reason New Jersey and New York transportation is the pits. And it's not just New Jersey Transit. The MTA in New York, you see all the stories with Cuomo and tunnels and, how they're going to fund the MTA and their trains there, congestion pricing. They're going to try to grab money out of anyone to pump into these railroads. When really they got to look at how the railroads run. Get the politics and government out of the railroads. Tickets, New Jersey Transit's ticket prices in the last few years has gone up 35%, but nothing got better. Actually, it got worse. It actually has gotten worse, and the more money we're pumping into it. We pump this money in. New Jersey Transit is still broke, and throwing more of your tax money at New Jersey Transit is not the solution. And as people talk about the Arc Tunnel, well, if we had the Arc Tunnel and the Gateway Tunnel, things would be different. Well, Christie was right with the Arc Tunnel. We were going to be, Jersey, left holding the bag on any cost overruns with the Arc Tunnel. And we're talking billion-dollar project. So you're talking billion-dollar overages that you would have been holding the bag on. So Christie was right on that. We were paying all the overages. New York wasn't. He wanted to even that up a bit. And he was actually right. We need New Jersey Transit to be run like a business, not a government business. There are very few things government runs well. It should concentrate on smaller attention government and run whatever, the necessities that you don't need to make a profit on. That's what government should concentrate on. Smaller government, I think, is the better idea. New Jersey Transit needs to run like a private business. It has to at least break even. And one of the problems in New Jersey Transit being subsidized so tremendously by your tax dollars, it ran private entities out of the transportation business. And again, I keep going back to Jersey City, but that's my examples. The New Jersey Transit's ridership ticket, the ticket, whether it's the train or the buses, is subsidized anywhere from like 50 to 70% of your tax dollars. So that ticket isn't representative, the ticket price, of what that ride actually cost. And when it's being subsidized so greatly by your tax dollars, private industry couldn't compete. So there's no subsidies for private industry. So you started losing private industry. And, listen, private industry can run the trains. Look at CSX, well-run trains. That can happen here. But we have to apply private sector, business-minded people. But let's take a break. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're there. We need to get private sector management involved with New Jersey Transit. Whether we're hiring these guys or we're giving them contracts, whatever it is, we got to get government out of it. Again, I can compare Tom's River to Jersey City because the parallels are amazing. The more I cover Jersey City, the more I cover Tom's River. I just see, Mayor Fulop and Kelleher can exchange places. The only difference is the difference in the city and the budgets, but everything is relative. Jersey City, we no longer have private bus service. We used to, if you're from Jersey City, you had the Central Avenue bus, the Garfield bus, Garfield Avenue bus, the Boulevard bus, the Bergen Avenue bus, the Montgomery Street bus. There were buses all over the place. And there were great companies that ran those buses. They weren't New Jersey Transit. They were all gone. Why? Because we kept subsidizing New Jersey Transit with artificial bus rates to the point where private industry couldn't compete. They had to close up. You weren't getting on a bus for $1. It was costing $2, but New Jersey Transit was charging $1. So those bus lines went out of business. They left the routes. Maybe they're running to Atlantic City now. You see private buses running up and down the turnpike. Outside of the jitney vans, there is no private bus service, and the jitney vans are a whole other story themselves. When a private entity left the Boulevard, or they left Central Avenue, or Garfield Avenue, or Montgomery Street, or Bergen Avenue, whatever it was, government, local and county and state, would pressure New Jersey Transit to take up that bus line, take up that route. Oh, I gotta have that route. You need it. Well, you couldn't make any money with that route. New Jersey Transit would take the route. New Jersey Transit would run a route that was constantly losing money. Because there were other factors that came in Jersey City. We didn't have any jobs. We went from industrial to condominiums and residential. People used to take a bus to go to work. There's no jobs in Jersey City. You take a bus to go to Journal Square. There's no real Journal Square anymore. So there was a couple of factors in there. But the main factor is the subsidizing of New Jersey Transit and forcing New Jersey Transit to take over routes that don't make any money. The Hudson-Bergen Light Rail should be a submarine. It swims in red ink. And not only are their ticket prices artificially low, not a lot of people buy tickets. I know people who probably use the light rail 3, 4, 5 times a week, and maybe during the course of the year buy 3 or 4 tickets. Nobody ever checks the tickets on the light rail, and they laugh about it. But you're subsidizing that. If routes don't make money, then you can't run the routes. But the problem is people say, we got to have public transportation. I'm not sure it should be constantly be. Listen, if we're going to fund it publicly constantly, then stop charging fees. Just have it free, everybody gets on the bus. But it isn't fair when you get down to other parts of New Jersey where you don't have a lot of New Jersey transit. You're subsidizing that. And there are routes, and the light rail in particular, they don't make money. They don't even come close to breaking even. That's why those subsidies are there. New Jersey Transit's charging, I don't know, $3 a bus fare. Well, out of that $3, probably $2 of it is subsidized by you. If the routes can't make money on their own, you can't run it. There's just nothing that works that way. That is not making money. We'll just keep throwing money at it and subsidizing it. If it doesn't make money, it can't operate. Now, the thing with the Hudsonburg and light rail, that's an interesting situation. The same thing with New Jersey Transit with trains, but in more particular, Hudsonburg and light rail. Wherever the light rail ran, development grew. You'd see high-rises, condominiums, rental projects, all along the light rail path. Tracks, I should say. All those people, those developments, they made buku bucks. They didn't pay a dime to the light rail. The light rail is the reason they developed there. Nobody paid into the light rail. Now, again, light rail ridership, I'm not an expert in this, but every time I seen it, it wasn't at capacity. It wasn't like looking at the path, which is another problem, the path. When you look at a PATH train, it is packed to capacity. It's like literally the sardines. You never see that on the light rail. But all those, you go to Jersey City, follow the light rail path, you'll see development all along. Where there was industry at one time is now condominiums following that light rail. Those are the things we have to look at and figure, should we be running it? Now, there's a tremendous investment in the light rail. You're not going to stop using light rail, but that's happened in the past where you used to have trolleys and the trolleys disappeared and was replaced by cars and buses. Do we run the light rail? Do we charge the proper amount for the light rail? Might help if we just charge the people who use the light rail in Jersey City to be on it. We need to figure out what's the best way to operate these. And it's a shame that people who don't ride the light rail subsidize it. You don't ride New Jersey Transit, you subsidize it. People who, like you take me. I've probably been on a bus in my life 10 times. I've never been on the light rail. I've been on the PATH, probably can count on both hands how many times I've been on the PATH train. The last time I took a PATH train was to see Hector Macho Camacho and Rosario box in the Garden, and that's probably 25 years ago. Why should I be subsidizing this transportation? Now I pay Easy Pass, I pay tolls, I pay fuel tax, I pay all this. A lot of that money, the fuel tax increase we just went on for the last 2 years, that's going towards this. It isn't the answer throwing more money at New Jersey Transit. The answer is running New Jersey Transit like a private industry. It at least has to break even. It at least has to do that. You can't keep throwing money at it. And we are throwing buku bucks at it all the time. People are leaving New Jersey in droves. The difference is 2 to 1. It would be greater if New Jersey Transit wasn't holding them back. If New Jersey Transit was reliable, more people would have got out of New Jersey. But the thing is, joking aside, we need to get the state's house in order. And everything the state is involved in is losing money. And we're in serious debt. And it's time we get the house in order before we leave one hell of a burden to your children. All right, you're watching the Tom's River Show. We're done. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.